Hey, this is Mark Williams of Swine Like Barbecue. Today's recipe was inspired by Malcom Reed on TikTok with his Malcom Bomb. If you didn't see it, it was a Miller Lite, hot sauce on the lid, a little hot rub, a squeeze of lime, and it went down to shoot. Whole time I watched that video, all I could think about is that sure would make a good hot wing, and that's what we're doing today. Let's get started. So you can tell these wings have a great orange color, and that's because we put them in a brine overnight. We got 4 pounds of wings placed in a meat bag, put a half a cup of hot rub, 4 limes, we halved them, squeezed all the juice out of them, a whole bottle of Malcom Reed's hot sauce, and then 2 16-ounce cans of Miller Lite. Got it mixed up, we put it in the fridge overnight, it went for about 10 hours, and you can see we got a great color. That brine really worked on these wings, and they smell great. This morning we took them out of the brine, got them on a cooling rack, somewhat patted them dry. I'm not too worried about it, but it's time to get some rub on them. So we got some hot rub and a dredge. We're gonna get a good medium to heavy coat. We want a good color. Of course, we want that heat on these hot wings. We'll flip them over. Do the same process on the back side. Just a medium to heavy coat. You smell that hot sauce, that lime, get a little hint of that beer. Just a good, rich smell. It's gonna be a great wing. So we got our PK 360 fired up behind us with a chimney of roll-up charcoal. We're gonna set it up for a 2-zone fire. I want the ability to be able to put these off to the side, and if we want to get that good crust at the end, we can always move it over top of the coals and get a good crust. We'll let these sit out here about 20 or 30 minutes while this PK comes up to temp, and then we'll get them on. As they get closer to getting done, we'll move them over to the hot side, start crisping that skin up a little bit more, and get the lid shut. We'll check on them here in about 45 minutes. So these wings have been on for about 45 minutes. Man, they got good color. We're gonna temp them just to see where they're at. It's one of the bigger drums. We're sitting at about 175, 180. We're gonna go ahead and kind of rearrange them, move them around. We're gonna sprinkle just a little bit more rub on them while we're in here, just to touch up a few of them light spots, help that skin dry out just a touch. They probably got another 20 minutes. We'll get the lid closed, let them keep cooking. So now that our wings are almost done, we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce. I got 1 lime. I'm gonna get the juice from it, both halves. Get all that you can. We'll carry the same flavor on. We got 1 bottle of Killer Hogs Hot Sauce. If you want to use something else, it's about 8 ounces. And then last, all we're going to do is just sprinkle about a tablespoon of hot rub in here. Take a whisk, get it mixed up. Then once the wings hit about 200 internal, we'll get them tossed in this sauce over them coals, kind of charred up a little bit, and it'll be time to try these wings. These wings have been on the pit for about 1 hour and 20 minutes total cook time. The skins are sizzling. We're sitting at about 195 and climbing, so it's time to get them in the sauce. We'll do 4 at a time, that way we got plenty of room. Try not to make a big mess. I don't want to wear the sauce. Just get them tossed around, all the edges coated. It's a pretty wing, and we're going right over the coals. If they need to be tossed twice, hey, go for it. If you like them extra saucy, now's the time. We'll leave the lid open, keep a close eye on them. We don't want them to burn. We just want to kind of set that sauce, get a little char on them. This is the time on the cook. You can make this recipe your own. Char them up as much as you like, or as little. I like a good crispy wing though. We're gonna get them right back in the sauce, and then we'll see y'all at the cutting board. So we got one final step, just to add a touch of citrus, have a little bit of lime zest. We're just gonna sprinkle it over the top. Adds a good pop of color, plus you'll get a good hit of that citrus note. These wings smell excellent. Man, I wish y'all could smell them. So we've let these wings rest on the cutting board for about 5 minutes just to let them cool off. Just as a quick recap, we started with a pack of whole chicken wings. We got them in a Miller Lite hot sauce brine overnight. Once they got out of the brine in the morning, we got them, put them on a cooling rack, kind of let them dry off and hit them with some hot rub. We got our PK 360 fired up, running about 275, 300. Cooked these wings off till they hit 200 degrees, tossed them in the sauce, and then got them back over them coals to get us a good char and a good skin on the outside of this wing. Once they were on the cutting board, we put a little bit of that lime zest just for a little bit of pop of color, and of course that citrus flavor. And now it's time to dive in and see if it's all worth it. So cooking these wings at 200 gets them super tender. They should pull right apart just like that. Everybody knows I'm a flapper guy. Take the little bone out of the way. That wing is packed full of flavor. Moisture's on point, skin's great, bites right through. That is a good hot wing. You get a little richness, a little saltiness from that brine. Of course, that hot sauce makes it. A little bit of lime at the end. That's a fine wing. That's a wrap for us today at Swine Like. Y'all got to give this recipe a try. Malcom Bomb wings are excellent, got a good crisp, a ton of heat, and awesome flavor. If y'all got any questions, shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram. And as always, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next time.